Good morning, YouTube. What's going on with you? So I'm a little late with this. As you know, I gotta get the sheets ready. I should try to time this out better with getting these sheets all ready for tonight. Well, as you know, I probably have to work tomorrow, even though we got this winter storm going on right now. I could not be working tomorrow, but who knows? Just like later today. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Remember, if you come across this if you like this video, give me the thumbs up doodle. It's very important. I will really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe notification and hit the bell icon if you want to be informed when I upload a video and also when I favorite a video. So let's get right into it. We have 11 games on deck. So let's get right into tonight's games and then I'll tell you tomorrow's games. First off, Seattle at Boston. Seattle enters the matchup at 14, 26, and 4 and 32 points. Boston is 25, 14, and 3 and 53 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, Boston wins by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal were 26 for the Bruins, the Kraken 27. The Bruins had 25 saves with Seattle Kraken at 23. 0 for 6 on the power play was Seattle, and 2 for 3 was the Bruins. A very important win for the Bruins. They are now have 26 wins for the year. So anything can happen. Let's get next game. Now this game went to overtime, and I'll tell you that second. San Jose at Tampa Bay entered the matchup. San Jose was 22, 20, and 3 and 47 points. Tampa 29, 10, and 6 and 64 points. I got that wrong. I said 67. It's 64 points and 67. This game did go to extra period, and the Lightning win by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal 32 for the Lightning. Sharks 21. 19 saves for Tampa. San Jose 29. Um, the Lightning were 1 for 4 on the power play, with the Sharks 1 for 3 on the power play. So the Sharks did pick up a point, but a big win for the Lightning. Their 30th win of the year. They're the first team to reach 30 win. They're they're the second team to reach. No, sorry, they're the third team to reach 30 wins this season. No, I'm wrong. They are the second team to reach 30 wins in the season. Can they keep this up? Who knows? Let's continue. Next was the Florida Panthers at the New York Rangers. Entering the matchup, Florida was 32, 9, and 5 and 69. Sorry, not the Rangers. Toronto. Sorry, the Toronto game. Toronto at New Jersey. Part of a back-to-back for them. Toronto was 28, 10, and 3 and 59 points. New Jersey 15, 24, and 5 and 35 points. After 60 minutes, the Leafs stopped the Devils again, this time by a score of 7-1. Shots on goal 36 for the Maple Leafs. The Devils 32. 31 saves for the Devils. Sorry, for the Leafs. 31 saves for the Leafs. The Devils 29. 0 for 2 on the power play were Toronto, and 0 for 3 on the power play for New Jersey. Toronto picked up another win. They won the back-to-back. Now they got one more game left in the series. Then it's all done. So you never know what can happen, folks. Now we're at the Florida and Rangers game. Entered the matchup, Florida was at 32, 9, and 6 and 69. No, sorry, 32, 9, and 5 and 69 points. Rangers were 29, 13, and 4 and 62 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Rangers beat the Panthers by a score of 5-2. Shots on goal were Rangers 35, The Panthers 36. Rangers at 34 saves with the Panthers at 30. The New York Rangers had 30, was a 3 for 5 on the power play with the Rangers at 1 for 3 on the power play. The third team to reach 30 wins now. The Rangers are the third team to reach 30 wins. Can he keep it up? We'll wait and see, so you never know. Next is Winnipeg at Philly. Entering the matchup, Winnipeg was 18, 16, and 7, 43 points. Philadelphia 14, 22, and 8, and 36 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Flyers beat the Jets 3-1. Shots on goal were 36 for the Flyers, Jets 33. The Flyers had 32 saves, with the Jets having 33. 0 for 4 on the power play was Philadelphia. Winnipeg was 0 for 2 on the power play. So a big win for the Flyers. So, and things can still happen, folks. You never know. As we get later and later in the season, anything can still happen. Next was Washington at Pittsburgh. Entering the matchup, Washington was 24, 12. No, sorry, why did I say 27? 24, 12, and 9, and 57 points. Pittsburgh was 27, 11, and 7, and 61 points. This game went into an extra period, overtime. And at the end, Capitals beat the Pens by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal were 32 for the Caps, 47 for the Pens, 44 saves for the Caps, 28 saves for Pittsburgh. The Caps were 1 for 2 on the power play, with the Pens 3 for 5 on the power play. The Pens went 3 for 5 on the power play. But it was not enough for them to win. Despite Pittsburgh picking up a point, a big 2 points for the Capitals. Next, Ottawa, the Islanders. Enter the matchup. The Ottawa Senators were 13, 21, 4, and 30 points. The Islanders 15, 16, and 6, and 35 points at the end of 60 minutes. The Islanders win by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal were 30 for the Islanders, 27 for the Senators. Both teams had 26 saves. New York Islanders were 1 for 2 on the power play, with the Senators 0 for 1 on the power play. It's a big win for the Islanders. Now put them at 500. Folks, anything can still happen, folks. It's still, we're getting later and later in the season. So you never know. And by the way, you should know, I drink the Zero brand, folks, because it's better for you a little bit. You can drink soda without the guilt of sugar. And I like the Zero brand. Next is Calgary at Dallas. No, why did I say that? I skipped the game. Next is Vancouver at Nashville. Entering the matchup, Vancouver is 20-19 and 6 on 46 points. Nashville is 27, 14, and 4 and 58 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, Nashville wins by a score of 4-2. Shots on goal, 28 for the Predators. The Canucks, 32. 30 saves for the Preds. The Canucks, 24. 1 for 3 on the power play was Nashville. Vancouver was 0 for 2 on the power play. A big win for Nashville. Puts them at 60 points for the year. But folks, anything can happen, folks. You never know what can happen. Can you continue? Wait and see. Next, Calgary at Dallas. Entered the match at Calgary was 21, 13, and 6, and 48 points. Dallas 23, 17, and 2, and also 48 points. Pretty much identical in points at the end of 16 minutes. The Calgary Flames win. By score 4-3. Shots on goal 40 for the Flames, 28 for the Stars, 25 saves for the Flames, 36 for the Stars. Over 2 on the power play was Calgary. Over 3 on the power play was Dallas, and a big win for Calgary. They needed it, and they are staying alive in the Pacific Division. Here we go. The wrapping up. Next was Arizona at Colorado entering the matchup. Arizona was 10, 29 and 4 and 24 points. Colorado 32, 8 and 3 and 67 points. What do you think? This game had to go into extra period, and there was no score. So this game had to go into a shootout. And the result of that shootout were Arizona 1 for 3, Colorado 0 for 2. Arizona wins by a final score 3-2. Shots on goal were 24 for the Coyotes. The Avalanche 24 for the Coyotes. 40 for the Avs. 38 saves for the Coyotes. 22 for Colorado. 0 for 3 on the power play was the Coyotes, with the Avs at 0 for 4. Now, the Avalanche pick up a point, but the Coyotes pick up a very important 2 points and a win. Now, we have 4 teams, folks, that have 30 wins this year already. Folks, you never know what can happen, so be advised. And finally, the nightcap was Buffalo at Vegas. Entering the matchup, Buffalo was 14, 23, and 7 and 35 points. Vegas was 26, 16, and 3 and 55 points at the end of 60 minutes. The Vegas Golden Knights won by a final score of 5-2. Shots on goal, the Knights 35, the Sabres 32. Both teams had 30 shots on goal. The Knights were 1 for 4 on the power play, with the Sabres 0 for 2. A big 2 points for the Knights. So, that's good. All right, now let's get into tomorrow's games and where you can watch them. So, let's get right into that. Folks, remember, if you live in these areas, you know where to watch them. So, that's why I give you where you can watch the games. And by the way, who I pick. Starting off with Seattle at the Islanders. Entering the matchup, the Islanders are 14, 27, and 4 and 32 points. The Islanders are 16, 16, and 6 and 38 points. Despite both teams playing tonight, with Seattle playing in Boston and the Islanders playing Ottawa. Both games, so I'm going to go. I'm gonna go Islanders. I think Islanders will do a good sweep. Now you can watch this game on MSG Plus. That's MSG Plus, Madison Square Garden Plus, and Root Sports Northwest. Okay. Next is Edmonton and Washington. Edmonton enters the matchup at 22, 16, and 3 and 47 points. Washington 25, 12, and 9 and 59 points. You know what? I think Washington could do it. I think they can win a back-to-back. They played. Did they play tonight? I believe they did, right? Yeah, they played against Pittsburgh. Played in Pittsburgh, and tomorrow they're at home. I think Washington could do it. I think Washington can pull off a back-to-back and win. Now you can watch this game on TNT, Sportsnet, and TVAS, which is a French-speaking network up in Canada. Next is Los Angeles at Detroit. The Los Angeles are 23, 16, and 7 and 53 points. The Detroit is 20, 20 and 6 and 46 points. You know what? Detroit playing. No, they played last night. Okay, so, but you know what? I'm going Kings. I think Kings will probably take it. I think the Kings will. So I'm going Kings, and you can watch this on Bally Sports Detroit and Bally Sports West. Next is Calgary at Arizona. Enter the matchup. Calgary is 22, 13, and 6 and 50 points. The Coyotes are 11, 29, and 4 and 26 points. Now, they won tonight, and Calgary also won tonight in Dallas, and they're going to Colorado. They're going to Arizona, and well, Calgary. Boy, this is a tough decision. Who I want to pick. I'm going to go Calgary. I think Calgary will do it. So, now you can watch this game on the streaming service of Sportsnet 360, which is Sportsnet's streaming service, Sportsnet Winnipeg, in Bally Sports, Arizona. Okay? And finally, the nightcap for tonight, Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota enters the matchup at 27, 10, and 3 and 57 points. Chicago 16, 22, and 7 and 39 points. Well, you know I'm going to go against Chicago. I will never root for Chicago, folks. Literally, I'm sorry. Now, folks, I know what you're also saying. Rick, you live in Illinois. You should root for Chicago teams. Here's the thing: I don't see Stadium here, or should I say, I don't see Marquee, which is the Chicago Sports Network. I don't see that here. And when I did have WGN, yes, for a while it was known as WGN, regular WGN. So I got a chance to see Funhouse twice a day. I saw it during the day on KPLR. Then during the night, or when I was at home, I saw it again on WGN. And of course, I had two WBs at the time also. So I got a chance to see both shows on both networks, and then of course they changed things up. So when they changed it, WGN here became WGN Superstation. And there was Chicagoland WGN also. And they had different schedules. We've seen different shows. They seen different shows. So that's what. Then after time, they stopped showing news and the lottery numbers. I don't know why. Then it became WGN America. Totally different network then. And now it's known as News Nation. So, go figure. But I will never root for Chicago. I will root for the Chicago Cubs. I will never root for the Chicago Blackhawks. I might root for the Chicago White Sox because they're South Side. I might root for the Bulls in the sky, but I will never root for the Chicago Cubs or the Chicago Blackhawks. You can pay me all the money you want. You know, you can pay me money to root for them, but I will never root for them. I'm sorry, I will never do it. It's flat out wrong. So, with that being said, I love you guys. I'll see you guys later for a post-game report on these 5 games, and we get ready for the All-Star break, and I'll give you my what I think of what's going to happen in the All-Star game, who's going to win, and stuff, and much more. And also, I'll give you my grades on where I see this team stand and who I will think will make the playoffs. And also, don't forget, we will have most likely during every post game or pre-game report, we will have a playoff outlook going from the time of the playoffs all the way to the start of the playoffs. That's a guarantee. Right now, no teams are mathematically out of it yet, even though it looks like they are. You can pretty much tell who's mathematically out and who's still in. And I'll get to all that soon. So, with that being said, I love you guys a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or should I say later today, for the post game report for these 5 games, and we'll get ready for the All Star game coming up. So until then, I'll see you guys soon. Remember now, also, folks, if you live in the areas where this winter storm is hitting right now, of course, for me, I got rain and it'd be transitioning to a mix. You don't have to be out, folks. Don't get out, folks. Literally, don't get out. Stay home. Literally, stay home. It's very important if you stay home. Um, so the road crews can get the roads plowed, and it'd be great if you guys just don't go out at all. So until then, just stay warm, stay safe. I'll see you guys. Peace.